Welcome back, nerds, to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and today I'll be your superhero style guide to the top 10 Marvel superhero makeovers. But before we get started, hit that thumbs up button if you love Marvel and let us know down in the comments which character is your favorite. Now let's begin with today's list. In at number 10, Emma Frost. Also known as the White Queen, Emma was a villain, a member of the Hellfire Club, and mentor of Generation X. The writers saw great potential in her character and decided to make her a genuine member of the X-Men. She's also the reason why Cyclops goes down his dark path via their psychic affair. Number 9, Squirrel Girl. With the release of the unbeatable Squirrel Girl in 2015, this Marvel character went from D-list to A-lister after this very charming and hilarious series sold really well. She was created by Will Murray and Steve Ditko in 1991 and began as a light-hearted character amongst many other grim anti-heroes. She was resurrected again for a second chance in 2005 for the Great Lakes Avengers, but still there was something missing. And after the success of the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, several other original novels were released, and with her new A-lister status, she was even able to join the Avengers. In at number 8, the Goddess of Thunder. This is an interesting storyline that put a big spotlight on Dr. Jane Foster, Thor's longtime love interest. When she was diagnosed with cancer, she was refusing all forms of magical treatment, and when Thor was no longer able to wield his hammer, Jane stepped up. Even though she was physically weak from chemotherapy, in the original Sin storyline she is able to pick up the hammer and thus become the Goddess of Thunder. She had a great run after that as well, even joining the Avengers until she sacrificed herself in a battle against Mangog. The sacrifice would give Thor the strength to pick his hammer back up, reclaiming his mantle, and afterwards we would see Jane being brought back at the gates of Valhalla and gaining mad respect from both Odin and Thor. Number 7, Luke Cage. This is another shining example of a simple character wardrobe change to revamp a character. Typically Cage wore a yellow shirt and headband, but we soon saw those replaced with the character donning a more realistic shirt and jeans combo. After his debut in 1972, he spent decades being known as a hero for hire, teaming up with Iron Fist. It wasn't until fans saw him appear in Alias where they were really exploring his relationship with Jessica Jones. That's when his popularity began to rise. Luke Cage finally became a key player in the Marvel Universe after Brian Michael Bendis changed Cage's outfit and featured him in the new Avengers lineup. In at number 6, Bucky Barnes. Also known as the Winter Soldier, Bucky is a great example of a Marvel character who went from D-list to A-lister over a simple makeover. Since 1968, Bucky would appear randomly in flashbacks as Captain America's BFF and wartime sidekick. Fans, however, didn't care that much for him until Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting resurrected him as a brainwashed Russian assassin in 2005. Since this incredible transformation, the Winter Soldier has become a staple in the Marvel comic books for over a decade. In at number 5, The Hood. Brian Michael Bendis does it again, transforming this small-time thief into a Marvel Universe top villain for the Avengers. He debuted in the Marvel Max miniseries The Hood in 2002, where he stole a magic cloak and boots to gain the powers of levitation and invisibility. And as you could imagine, with those powers, he went on to commit a lot of crimes. His character lay dormant for many years until the aftermath of Civil War, where there was no longer any heroes left to stop him. Thanks to Bendis, though, reintroducing him, he went on to form a group of villains to face the Avengers, which included Jigsaw, Crossbones, and Sandman. In at number 4, Hawkeye. The writers for his character had high hopes of putting the greatest sharpshooter known to man right into the Avengers. However, comparing this human to that of his superhuman colleagues dimmed the light on his potential. It wasn't until they featured Clint in a more everyman series where he would defend his apartment from the Russian mob with a dog named Pizza Dog. I mean, how cute is that? This series, displaying Hawkeye's abilities on his own, transformed the D-list hero into an A-lister that fans could really get behind. In at number 3, Daredevil. Many of you may not know this, but Daredevil was almost cancelled in 1979 because the comic books just weren't selling that well. Frank Miller was a key player in reviving this series after not only taking over the art, but also the writing. It may have taken him 2 years, but he was able to transform this dud of a comic book character into possibly one of the most popular Marvel characters of all time. He is also responsible for bringing in the hand, stick, and the chast while refocusing the book on martial arts. Also, what would be a hero without a great villain? Miller is due much credit for also bringing over Spider-Man villain Kingpin to become Daredevil's greatest nemesis. So say it with me now. Thank Thank you, Frank Miller. In at number 2, Agent Venom. This version of Venom is probably one of my absolute favorites. I mean, just look how cool he is. That is actually Flash Thompson, who was Peter Parker's high school bully who would go on to fight in the Iraq War, and then after coming home, bond with a symbiote. That journey for his character is interesting to say the least. After returning from war, he was awarded the Medal of Honor, and after losing his legs in battle, he jumped at the opportunity to bond with the alien symbiote. Well, not literally, he didn't have any legs, but he continued to work for the US Army as Agent Venom and even joined the Guardians of the Galaxy for a brief period of time. Lastly, at number 1, Iron Fist. Also known as Danny Rand, he suffered a very similar bad start like his buddy Luke Cage. Iron Fist was a D-lister for many years and was even written off in Power Man and Iron Fist number 125. It wasn't until his debut in the immortal Iron Fist in 2006 that brought the character back into the spotlight and into the hearts of fans. This series was written by Ed Brubaker and Matt Fraction, where the pair used the deep history of the alternate versions of Iron Fist to cultivate this hero. This is our number 1 spot because in 2008 the series won an Eisner Award for its artistic beauty by David Aja. And that has been the top 10 Marvel superhero makeovers. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, click that thumbs up button. If you click the playlist on the screen, you'll get to see more videos like this one. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you know when we post all of our newest videos. Also, before you leave, let us know down in the comments which Marvel makeover you love the most. From Top 10 Nerd, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.